What is a frame? A miserable little pile of secrets! Hello, welcome to Soulframe video number 1. The other one doesn't count. And the other one, the one with the dog. So what is this game? It's Soulframe. It's made by the people who made Warframe, Digital Extremes, and they also made the Unreals, the original ones, and the Unreal Tournaments, together with Epic Games. I've played this game since an early Prelude, back when bows were melee weapons for some reason. And I'm experiencing some interesting bugs, like the plant that's supposed to give me seeds that I use for fast travel doesn't grow any seeds, so I have to walk everywhere still. Oh joy. So I figured, since I'm just wandering around, I might as well record and talk, because I'm probably gonna be talking anyway, and if I'm just gonna talk to myself and not record it, then that would seem kind of demented. But if I talk to myself and record it, I can tell people, yeah, it's for the content, it's for video recording, it's for my hobby, which is uploading YouTube videos that nobody watches. Which is probably for the best, because I'm just yapping nonsense, and I don't want anyone to know my deep and dark twisted secrets, whatever they might be. So what is a Soulframe? In this game, you play a weird sort of druid knight, revenant sort of thing, an undead that doesn't look very dead, but you kind of are. And you fight the evil dudes who use pollution, and pollution makes them more powerful. And they want to corrupt all of the nature and destroy culture, and you're on the side of culture and nature, and you hate it when these dudes appear and do bad things to animals and plants. Similar to Warframe, in this game there are mods you can get, and they can improve your gear. However, in this game they're called totems, and in order to get totems you need to play music to little animals, which is revolutionary. And if you play the music for the animals well, you even get cocaine, which you can use to upgrade the not mod totem thingies. I don't think it's literally cocaine, but it looks like a bowl full of white powder, and so I decided to call it that. You know, it would be great if I got demonetized and they don't actually play any ads. But as I understand it, on YouTube, if you get demonetized, they're still gonna play ads. It's just that you won't get any money. The fuck is that about? What a shitty website. Am I glad I don't expect to be paid for any of this? Maybe I could, like... Yeah, don't be surprised if you get a Raid Shadow Leggings or something. Don't play that game, it sucks. But you know, it's kind of difficult to find a phone game that's any good. What was I on about? Oh yeah, Soulframe. So what is this game about? I'm trying to defeat the evil pollutionists and save the nature and become friends with the animals and use awesome weapons and stuff to yeah, undo the evil pollution magic. Unfortunately, like I said, the fast travel feature is bugged for me for no apparent reason, so I have to walk everywhere, which doesn't really change anything, because I think the fast travel is a recent addition. And as far as recent additions go, this is also a recent addition, but this bug thing, but that's besides the point. I used to walk everywhere anyway, and me having to walk everywhere anyway now, nothing has changed. This game is still... walk from point A to point B and kill a bunch of dudes while you're at it. It gets a little boring every once in a while, but I haven't played this game in a few months, so it's probably fine. Also, yeah, the little dudes, when I destroy them, they turn into cabbage or whatever, salad. Heads the lettuce. Oh, I got a wolf level up. And yes, part of the UI is just outside the screen for no reason. I got a wolf picture. Orangal Gathan. Oh, Orangal is max rank. That's great. That's my arm. Instead of warframes in this game, you get arms you can switch between. You cannot customize the arms, though you can customize the rest of your outfit. This awesome, proud color combination is a recent update color set, meaning that I don't think these colors are available right now, and if I change them, I cannot get them back. So I actually cannot change the colors of this armor, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to become Trans Knight again. Wouldn't be that just be sad. Also, I got 1/3 of a blueprint for pants from this guy. I was kind of hoping for the cuirass because that's the only part of this set I particularly, really, actually, maybe care about, but can't really do anything about that. The problem is, every hour, more or less, there's a guy over here that I want to fight. He has a special sword. I already have his armor, which you also need various parts for, and I assume you also need multiple parts for the sword. So I guess I need to kill this guy 100 times or something to get all the sword parts, and I'm gonna kill him every hour, and because the fast travel's broken, I need to walk there. So that's what I'm going to do. I hope you're ready for an unforgettable road trip through the wilderness of pollution country. This is where there's supposed to be like little seeds I can grab, and every day there's like up to 3 seeds you can get. There's no seeds for me. I don't know why. I just don't get any. Maybe I made Gaia angry. Though this isn't really a Gaia sort of world, this is a...
I know. How can I
Frankly, I don't know what kind of culture this game is pseudo-inspired by. I mean, it's clearly trying to look like something or else other, but who knows what. Okay, so this is a plate skirt with knee pads and very thick. So that's the bear armor.
I know.
I also have a 1/3 of a blueprint for a bear helmet. I don't actually know how often this giant bug thing respawns. Yeah, oh, I actually only need 2 parts. I have half of a blueprint for a helmet. Ooh. Good thing I didn't need blueprints for this armor. You just need to go to a crypt, play music, and then move some stone busts around. And then you can open a sarcophagus, and then you can get a free suit of armor. Though for some reason you leave the chainmail behind. Reasons I cannot fathom. Maybe they thought it'd be more nature druid revenant-y if I wasn't wearing awesome armor, like with chainmail, and I only wear the plate. I mean, plate and padded armor is a classic, but I mean, come on, this is only partial plate, and we've got padded armor, and padded armor is great and all, but I would just prefer to have the parts that aren't plated to be covered in chainmail, considering how many wacky projectiles and zombies and weird animals and giant spiders and whatever else I have to fight in this video game. It'd be nice not to be injured by those. It'd be nice to remember how I started a sentence in the middle of said sentence, which this would make it a lot easier for me to speak, but I cannot speak. I have a certified attention deficit, among other things. So you destroy the corks in this hellhole full of fungi, and then you can move around and make plants grow really fast. This dungeon contains mostly spiders and little kind of guys. I haven't found any treasure chests in here, only disgusting abominations of nature. These things here. Ugh. I don't want this in my inventory. Yeah, I don't really know what this point in this dungeon is. Like, it's cool, I guess. I don't really dig the fungi, and I don't... And the enemies are kinda cool. They're a nice change of pace, but they're not It's just weird bugs, you hit them and they die. They don't have anything unique or interesting going on. At least they don't have suicide bombers. I don't want to have that. The humanoid enemies, they blow themselves up sometimes, and when they are in their I'm going to blow myself up animation, only your attack dogs can cancel them. That is, if you have attack dogs. I do, because I'm a wolf arm person. I have the wolf arm equipped, which means I can summon wolves to fight for me, but most people cannot do that, because they don't have the wolf arm. Okay, wolf time. Well, I can also turn into one, and then move quickly for a very short period of time. I can have up to 3 dogs, but it only summons 1 dog at a time. And eventually the dogs will despawn, which is tragic. Ugh. But I can just summon more dogs if I need them. They are on a cooldown. They don't cost mana or anything. That's not a thing in this game. Isn't mana an African word for summon? Energy or whatever? People appropriated it. Awesome. Love that. Now what was I on about? Right, wolves. I can summon wolves. Wolves hunt in packs have risen. Have you remember? Oh yeah, I can throw my spear or any kind of thrown weapon that's not a throwing knife into things or a bow, and it makes a glow. The reason why I wanted to fight that king dude was because he has a big sword that I want. It has a strength or courage skill. I'm not going to call them courage, spirit, and whatever the agility one is. They're red, blue, and green. For some reason, blue is agility, green is spirit, aka intelligence, and red is whatever the strength equivalent is. I don't know why they decided to call everything unique and funny in this game, but I'm just gonna call things the way that I used to call them, because that's just what they are. Like, it's strength, because it's red and it's related to big hammers and knives and swords. And agility is bows and small knives and stuff. And then there's spirit, or agility, no, intelligence, not agility, which is funny wands and stuff. Makes sense to me. Actually, there are exceptions to this. This is my intelligence equipment. Meaning this spear, halberd thing, glaive, I don't know. And these throwing knives are intelligence scaling for some reason. I don't know why. Also, this thing has an intelligence or spirit scaling of 3, I think, which makes it the highest scaling weapon in my arsenal, meaning that it can deal a lot of damage, despite the fact that I typically prefer bows, because the melee combat in this game, very stressful. And the blocking and parrying, especially with fighting multiple enemies, is not something I enjoy that much. What is that? I mean, this is a tower, but the thing behind the tower, what is that? You know, at least in the Tainted Grail game, I see giant sword in the distance, and I know, oh, I will go to the giant sword in the future. So what is this thing? So garrison Moon's Watch is what this probably says. Hi. If these people were wearing more functional helmets or equipment, maybe they would have seen me coming, but fortunately for me, these people disregard the concept of sensible gear. I mean, this dude has mostly functional armor, but their foot soldiers are just sort of weird with it. They wear these really tall helmets with funny masks, and yeah, like that. Like, I appreciate the fact that they have some sort of neck and some amount of chest protection, but then they have giant chains and weird lack of limb armor, only a little bit of that. No leg armor, and well, a helmet like that is just kind of big and in the way, and poor vision. Meanwhile, this superior Yaman Saleh, as it is, grand superior vision, and protect. What do you want? I do think that this would need a gorge, and also there's no helmet strap. There's no conceivable I don't know why the helmet isn't falling off, is what I'm trying to say. It just isn't. I'm glad that it's not falling off all the time, but I don't know why it's not. It should be falling off. I knew it!
Good mode.
It used to be that you get weapon upgrades, quote-unquote mods, by discovering locations and discovering their names and, like, background lore, which you can read if you really want to. It's somewhere in here. I don't... Oh, yeah. But, they changed it so you need to play music for little animals now. I guess that's an improvement. There's only so many locations you could discover, therefore a limited amount of mods. Or totems. It's just call them mods, I'm a Warframe player. This is just Warframe, but even weirder, for the most part. I mean, it uses the same engine, I think. And, despite its many, eccentricities and differences, somewhere it is still something Warframe adjacent. I just cannot bullet jump. And I have to walk everywhere. You know, at least in Warframe I can walk really fast, or summon a hoverboard, or a horse, or a motorcycle, or a jetpack. Why they would make so many different methods of movement, and I don't know. And then they add fast travel for free to the open world maps, which sort of invalidates all of the other methods of movement. I mean, there's still the short range movement, like, you have a big map, and you can, in Warframe, teleport to any hotspot or, like, important location for free. And then there's only a very short amount of time you spend moving anywhere specifically. Well, but you could use a vehicle. Or you could not. It's not very far, usually. In this game, I would definitely appreciate having a horse, or a motorcycle, or a jetpack. Would those things make sense? No, probably not. A horse maybe, but... the other options? Not so much. Oh right, the motorcycle. How could I forget? I am somewhat glad they decided to keep the motorcycle for regular missions. There's no good reason for that, it's just kind of funny. I wonder if the mini-boss here has respawned. There was a big knight around here somewhere, I think? They didn't drop anything unique, so I don't really get why they are here, but I mean, sure, why not? So, getting things in this game, kind of tedious. A lot of the things in this game are sort of opaque. Not opaque, they're concealed and weird and wacky and kind of hard to tell where you are, what you're supposed to do, how to do this, how to get that. In order to unlock mechanics, you do weird quests that are also not very obvious in how you get them or find them or do anything. What can you do? You can follow the bird. The bird will show you the way. If you don't know what to do, press bird button. It takes you somewhere. Right now the game probably wants me to do more bounties, but I don't want to do bounties. There's no sense in that. That's a tree, a world tree. These are fast travel points, though you can only travel to them, not from them. If I could travel from one tree to another, that would be a different story, but as far as I know, that's not an option. I can only use the tree to leave a message to other people who visit this specific tree. I don't really get why, but I can do that. F. Oh yeah. And here I can commune. Yeah, I don't... And I cannot use the quick travel, sadly. I can check if the thing has grown any seeds by now, but I doubt it. Yo. Flower plant tree thing. Do you got any seeds for me? Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I need to touch it in some specific way. Do I need to hit it? No. Maybe that's the wrong tree. Maybe I need to visit a different tree. I have a plant in here. How about you? Hi, dog. Nice. Not really what I wanted to do, though. I mean, it's nice, but I'm looking for seeds that are supposed to grow somewhere around here. It's supposed to grow from that, but it doesn't give me any, and I need to walk. And I can keep whining about that, but it's not gonna change anything. So I'm just gonna head on south. Just across the whole map. Yep, that's what I'm doing. So, read any good books recently? I sure hope so. People gotta stay, cultured, literature, well-read, well-spoken. Read book, increase knowledge. Gotta be a good book, though, otherwise you'll poison your head with bad. Is the boss back? Hello? Is there a boss here? No? Well, that's a disappointment. Do love my, getting to fight one boss guy at a time every hour or two. In one specific location on the map. And they have a chance to drop a blueprint part for, like, 4 different items. And you need 3, 2, or 4 blueprints for each item. What a joy. What is this? Oh yeah, right, you play music for these. No, wrong button, wrong. Oh yeah. Helmet toggle. Oh, it's in here? There's a helmet toggle in here. That's sweet. I'm not actually very good at this. Okay, now what? It gives me a buff for grace, which is the dexterity stat. Or agility, whichever you prefer. Or you could call them the thing that the game calls them, but if I decided to just go with whatever funny naming conventions all sorts of different games use to call the same things different things, I'd have to remember way too many words to describe the same 3 or 4 things. I don't want to do that. I already have a hard enough time remembering my birthday. I don't need this. Now where does this lead? Ah, it leads south. There's a suspicious circle in the water. And the box. What's in the box? Rusted verret. Apparently these are new materials you can use to craft weapons, and doing so gives them like plus 10 or 25 damage or something. That's a nice amount of damage, but reforging a weapon costs as many resources as it cost to make the weapon originally, and they are reset back to level 0. When I made my weapons originally, I used the best weapon making material, which gave them like a plus 3 damage, and all those are invalid now, so they don't even add 3 damage anymore, as far as I understand. Instead, I would have to remake all of my weapons, as far as I know, and then I get plus 10 or 25 or whatever material I use damage on them. I don't want to level up all of my weapons again, that takes forever. I could do it only for the weapons I actively use. Sure.
Stand aside, human.
What? Knives. You like knives? If your armor was any better, maybe you wouldn't die to knives. Alas. I mean, my armor too has some... Tea. Suspicious lack in coverage. My armor does not in fact contain tea. That would have been too nice. Okay. Thank you for watching this far. I'm gonna teach you some tech. You can jump. And if you attack while midair, you can jump farther by like a few centimeters. But sometimes that's all it takes. Do you really need to do this to make these jumps? Probably not, but can jump very slightly further as you get this not quite aim glide thing. Oops, that's a direct miss. Yo, don't do that. Health potion. A box. I have so many weapon parts for all the common and uncommon weapons from the older versions, yet the new things are just elusive. Last I saw, I cannot even sell the redundant weapon parts I have. This is just my things. Where are the parts? An FP. Fragments, there we go. I have 151 parts for this halberd. That was the start weapon I began with. Now they made a different weapon, a starter weapon. I think it's a sword. It's a pretty nice sword. I think it looks good at least. I don't think the stats are all that great since it's the starter sword, but it looks good. Looks like a normal sword, which I appreciate that sort of thing. This spear is just really strong, and I wanted to max rank it so I can get more mastery, or account level or whatever, which is almost full. And leveling up more weapons gives me more account level, and more account level means more stat points, and each stat point also increases my health. So overall, great gains can be made by using weapons, even if I do not like them. The spear is okay, the range is good, at least. And unlike Warframe, the spear attacks actually make some amount of sense. It's none of this twirly swirly nonsense. Well, not as much of it anyway. Who can play that game? Back in the day, in this game, if you wanted to use a bow, you would only have 3 arrows. And if you wanted to shoot more dudes than just 3, then you needed to find them in armor stands or from dead enemies. And the arrows didn't even deal any damage, because they were bad. And you had a variety of melee attacks you could do with the bow, except they were not very strong, because you're melee attacking with a bow, and that's just not very effective. That's how it used to be. Now it's different. Now when you use a bow, you can have infinite arrows, and you can charge a shot to shoot a big shot. There are no more melee attacks. And you can fire a volley of arrows that just shoot like a dozen or 2 dozen, 3 dozen arrows from the sky. That's something you can do. Oh hey, this is the faction base for the courage people. Oh. That's what I was talking about earlier. You cannot really interrupt this, they just do it. Bunny! Or rabbit, more likely. So this is a weapon upgrade for short blades, like daggers and whatnot. It says in the top right, I think the strength level of the thing, maybe? And in the top left, it indicates what weapon type it's for. Also, I can play music for wild animals, but I haven't encountered any, or if I did, I haven't really paid attention to them. Oh, right, they do this now. I forgot.
Let us meet.
Bonnie? What? Right. Wonder how many more weapons I need to max level before I get access to the new skill point. Just 1 point, and it's a marginal increase in health. But it adds up. I don't think they're calling it mastery in this game. I wonder what the account level is. Funish Fort Wounds. You. Defender of the Polyverse. I wonder if there's some buzzwords I can say that make the YouTube algorithm think that this is a very important video that everyone needs to watch. Not that that's something that I aspire for. 100 people watching my video would probably just give me anxiety. But, maybe there's secret algorithm cheats. I'm sure there's like YouTube gurus that are gonna tell you you need to do this and do that, and then you become YouTube famous. Right, like that's something to be aspired. Oh, no, the deer, it got vanished. What do you mean, Vargarsk dag, huh? I wanted to fight the king, not a stag. And this is not a stag, these are goop knights. A lot of them. Okay, where's the stag? I assume I need to defeat that before I can fight the knight. Dog? Okay, bye dog. There it is. Let's hit it with a sticky hand. Or my spear blade thing. I don't know why these big animal things have a bell in their head. Does summoning wolves give me iframes? Maybe. Oh. Get over here! Ow. What? What? I got killed by this weird trash mob thing? Ugh. It's sometimes quite easy to miss just how much health I actually have. Life elixir 5. What? Okay. I don't really see what's happening. Great. Love the knockback. Well, the stag is defeated. Woohoo. Now let's see if that somehow interfered with my plan to fight the king, because maybe there's some sort of boss exclusivity. If the stag is here, there's no king, but this is the only place where the king spawns as far as I know, so that'd be noxious. King? Oh, the king is here! Hello! I think he's looking a bit stoned. I think he needs an intervention. What is a medicant anyway? I hope he drops the sword part. I hope I don't need too many of those either. I mean, as far as I know, he has a chance to drop nothing. He has a chance to drop a helmet part, which I have. The torso armor part, which I also have. Or leg armor, which I also have. So there's like 4 or 5 duds, and then there's a sword. Great. Love that for me. Can go here once an hour or more time. I don't know. It used to be once an hour. Maybe he spawns even less now. More dogs. No, don't hit me with the goop. Oh, great. Evil chessboard. I don't even know what that attack was. Is it new? Also, I feel kind of sick. Ugh. All this walking in the video game is giving me the ache. Gotta drink more water. Drink water, drink water, drink water. I just kind of feel like it helps. Okay, where's the king? Is he still here? Oh, there he is. Pay attention to me, I'm here. What a great time. People, the undead are fighting each other again and again and again, forever. Dog, get out of my way. Ugh. Pretty sure this guy has less defense when his minions are gone, so should probably seek to destroy them. That's him gone. Ugh, disgusting. Did I get a sword? No, I get a torso thingy. Woo! And Everflame. That's nice, at least. I think that's an enchantment or something for sword. Also, what I'm wearing right now is just like a cosmetic overlay. I'm actually wearing this guy's armor right now. It's got good stats. Oh, I got a new thing I can spend points on. Smite on finishers. Thrown off. Thrown enemies, chance to down enemies. Smite on repost. Encourage sense smite when I'm detecting down. I don't care for smite. Guess now I'm gonna grab smite. So how's the level on this thing? 15, okay. 21, okay. Actually, no, this is a blue weapon. I should pick a green weapon. Like this. Oh, it's max level. Guess I should pick something else then? Well, no, there's only this and that, but they're both level 30 already. Ugh. Let's switch to courage. In Courage, I have the most amount of weapons that I haven't finished ranking up. Mostly because Courage is almost exclusively melee weapons and they don't typically agree with me. So I need way less spirit. I'm gonna get more Courage. I don't really see the point of having a sword as a primary and a slightly shorter sword as a sidearm, but whatever. So, as far as weapons go, I have this bow, which I think is a starter bow. This different bow, which is the Courage bow. It's pretty much worse, I think, than the Juniper. But, because of the current build having a lot of courage, or strength, this one has higher damage. Got this magic stick, I've got this starter weapon that I've decided to reforge, which now turns out to be a mistake because I reforged it for a higher damage thing, which had 3 damage, but now it's no damage again, and that's the funny spirit stabber, that's spirit polearm club thing. This is an evil spear from Evil. Sword and shield, like a blade that you can tear in half. Knives for dexterity, spirit knives, agility, sword and shield. Boulder. Oh, I got the Courage starter weapon for free. That's neat. The fire sword, which doesn't actually deal fire damage, unfortunately. And vetch. Right, so this sword is just objectively worse. Looks kind of nice, though. Maybe I'll rank that up later. Because ranged weapons used to be really bad, there was only melee combat. And the thing that carried me through melee combat was, and is, Old Tempest. Which has an iron skin sort of, or maybe it's more like old iron skin. Right now it's functioning sort of like the Revenant damage absorption charges. Basically meaning I can take damage and ignore it for a set amount of times. Hey, you got any seed for me? No? Screw you too.
Envoy, your aura is smelling rather drab today. N'est-ce pas, Poppets? Something I said. The envoy. It brings us a neighbor? Then tell it we are busy. Bring us back a morsel next time,
That works.
My palate is so very dry.
Good. Now I get to wait for an hour. Not gonna do that though, I'm gonna leave. Oh, it's shrimp. I don't really want to fight shrimp. Great! And maybe I just walk back up and look if I can fight the weird crab tree thing again and maybe get more parts for that other suit of armor I wanted. Who knows? In either case, I'm done with the recording. That's enough. I don't want to play anymore.